Our next guest is Dennis Kistler, and he is the owner of Ozzie's Body Shop. You've heard that name several times. They're the sponsors of our sports updates here during the morning show. Troy has mentioned many a time Ozzie's Body Shop of Loveland. And you guys are more than just, in the name it says Body Shop, Dennis, but you guys are more than that. You also offer the vehicle maintenance side as well. Talk a little bit about how you develop that side of the business.
Sure. Well, with collision repair, we do run across a lot of mechanical problems, suspension. Some of the, obviously all the new cars have computers. So there's always mechanical issues, and we used to sublet that out, which means take it to other mechanical shops.
Sure.
About 3 years ago, I decided to get an alignment rack and do all our own alignments, own mechanical, and it's worked out great. So now we're taking on, customer maintenance, oil changes, whatnot, and trying to keep that going, but it's worked out really well to do it in-house.
That kind of seems to go hand in hand on that as well. I mean, you got the car in there, it's kind of nice to go ahead and have certified techs and those kinds of things go through that.
Yeah, it's worked out well. It's like the towing, it's all a package deal. We try to do it all nonstop or a one-stop shopping type of situation.
Very nice.
Now, Dennis, you the shop opened in 67, I think?
Correct.
Is the year it actually opened. And you've owned it for how many years?
I've owned it for 26 years. I bought it from the original owner in 1985.
Now, where did you get your start? What were you doing at Ozzie's at the time?
I was in the collision repair industry, and I was a painter. And I painted for Ozzie, and he was the original owner of Ozzie's Body Shop.
Yeah.
And so he came in one day and said he wanted to get out, and I thought it'd be an opportunity, and here we are.
I was going to say, after so many paint fumes, it looked like it was the best way to get out of the paint room.
It was. Well, I could still use my brain, yes.
Exactly. So, but you guys, state-of-the-art equipment. Talk to us a little bit about what you're using.
Absolutely. We built the new facility 7 years ago, and when I did that, I upgraded everything. New frame racks, bake booths. We bake the paint just like the factory. All of our frame machines are laser read and laser print out. So we are able to get specs on the car now, I think, better than even the factory.
Wow.
And that's certainly an advantage for sure.
I saw that on your website. If people want to check that out for themselves, Ozzie'sBodyShop.com. And color matching is something you specialize in. And so many times you can see those repairs. It's like, that's almost the right red. Talk about that process. How do you line that up?
Sure. Well, we have color correct lighting is what it's called. It's certain lighting in the paint booths that'll give you the same color matching, same illusion as the sun itself. Oh. And we also have spray test panels where now we can go and we mix all of our own materials, all of our own paints, and we were able to take the paint coat off the car, do the variance chips. So there's so many things now into these colors. There's so many beautiful colors out there, all the pearls and all the nice colors that the factories are putting on these vehicles. Makes our job harder.
Yeah.
So there's extra steps, extra things that we have to go through to get those to match up.
So that's really a constantly changing side of the business as the industry changes the types of paints, and obviously it's come a long way. It doesn't chip off like it did on those older model cars back in the day, and now you've got a lot of the design of the cars, I don't want to call it plastic, but you've got the commercials where they run a grocery cart to the side and the dent pops back out.
Yep,
so,
plastic.
Yeah, essentially is plastic. You're driving plastic cars, folks. Deal with it. But you guys have to keep up with that technology to make sure that, on different textures, the paint maintains and looks the same. And the paint has new chemicals in it now, so it doesn't fade like it used to in the good old days, and keeps that high sheen and polish, right?
Mm-hmm. So, absolutely. That's how we were able to give our lifetime warranties is just quality materials.
A 24-hour towing service. That's nice because, unfortunately, if you need an auto body shop, it may be a situation where you're not going to drive it in. It's more than a door ding.
Yes.
So you guys, is that kind of just part of the service? If you call up and you say, hey, I'm here, had an accident, God forbid, and it ain't coming in on its own, you guys can come pick up, bring it in, get the quote made, and move forward.
Yep, absolutely.
Excellent. Claims handling assistance. Talk to us about that, because that's an area a lot of us, we talked about this off the air a little bit. It's that sheepish phone call where you go, hey, I was involved in an accident. I don't know. I might have gotten a ticket. I might not have. No one really wants to have to call their insurance agent unless it's good news, like you're getting your premium knocked down a little bit. Yeah. Talk to us about that part of it, the handling it, the assistance, and some of the myths that surround if you use your insurance company, what you can and can't do.
Well, what we like to do at Ozzie's is do the entire claim as much as possible for you, because it is an absolute headache that you don't want to go through. You just wrecked your brand new car. You could be hurt. There's so many things going on in your mind that we try to take that claim away, or the claim process away. You do have to turn in the original claim, and then we will take pictures of the car, download everything to the insurance companies, and try to handle the claim all the way through from that point on.
Very nice.
So we're hoping that after you make the original phone call to your insurance agent, we can take it from there and leave that mess or out of your hands.
Now, if the insurance agent is pushing for a preferred list, and I've heard all these different messages before, and you say, hey, I want to use Ozzie's, that you have that right?
Absolutely, yes.
That is your right to say, no, I've got the body shop I want to use, and essentially you guys can kind of pick up there and provide the quote and make sure everything goes through paperwork-wise.
Yeah, you have the right to take the vehicle wherever you want. You can just tell your insurance company you've had business done at that shop before, or for whatever reasons. But the process they try to get you to go through is called the DRP, Direct Repair Programs, and they'll try to push you to one of their shops. Now, we are a DRP program for many insurance companies, so I'm certainly not knocking the DRP program, but a lot of people don't realize they can make their own decisions. It's their car. You've paid the premium. You can go wherever you want to have that repaired.
Absolutely. It's not directed by the insurance company. It's directed by you, the customer.
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent. Talk a little bit. 26 years in the business. You started out in the paint booth. What do you attribute to all those years and the longevity and the growth of Ozzie's to what it is today?
Well, I think a lot of our longevity probably gets contributed to taking care of the customer. Yeah. It sounds so simple, but it's so hard. You try to take the claim, and one thing we do is we stand behind everything, lifetime warranty on everything we do. If you ever have an issue with anything that you had done at our shop, we'll be there and take care of it. And then just, we have an industry right now that is changing rapidly. Every year something new is coming into it. Cars now have an average of 7 computers on them. Yeah. So you're working on a computer with tires and wheels. And when a car gets hit, strange things can happen to it. So I think just staying focused on the quality, taking care of the issues, and changing with the times. Everybody at our shop is iCar certified. The mechanics are ASE certified. And you just have to change with the times. We have aluminum frames now. We have things that we never had to deal with. And if they're not repaired correctly, your car is not going to be right if it gets hit again. Yeah. So that's really important to take it to a shop, do your homework, find out who's trained to work on cars of the caliber that are on the roads today.
What are some of the big changes you see, especially everybody's talking hybrid, and now that gas prices are climbing, electric cars seem popular again. What are some of the things and challenges that auto body shops are going to face dealing with an electric car? You got batteries on board now.
Yes, and extremely dangerous batteries.
Yes.
Just disconnecting a hybrid battery can kill you if you do it wrong.
Wow.
Really? Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah. And we just had a class here about a couple months ago for the hybrid cars, because they're changing rapidly too. As they get more sophisticated and they learn more about the hybrid systems, it makes it more dangerous to work on. You have a lot of aluminum parts you never had to before, never had to deal with. So, those can't be welded the old way. Yeah. So there's a lot of things going on with the hybrids now that you have to be really trained to work on those cars.
I would imagine that's probably a lot of hours in outside courses trying to figure out, so your guys are safe, especially if you can, do some serious damage to yourself disconnecting one of those batteries. I noticed online, and we're going to give your website here in a second, you have clickable coupons too. Coolant, flush, and oil change for $20 off that. And these are current, right? I made you double check these so I didn't give away something. So the Corvette pictured on the website not being given away. I confirmed that. I wanted it, but they aren't. Oil change and winter inspection, you've got that offer. These are all coupons that are available at OzziesBodyShop.com, and you can simply go online, click the button, and print them right off and bring them in, right?
That's correct.
Excellent. Yep. And people are looking for savings in this economy right now.
Yes, so they are. Yes.
If somebody has a question for you, Dennis, or they want to find out more about Ozzie's, or maybe they have a repair they need, how would they contact you outside of just the website?
Well, our main number is 970-667-7849. You can certainly contact me or any of our staff there. The website, of course, is a great tool. Go on. You can check out our testimonials and some things like that. So.
I noticed you had a tech name, was it Ball? His last name's Ball? Keith
Yes,
Ball. Yeah,
Keith Ball.
one of your certified technicians is featured under the vehicle maintenance page. And
He is. He's our head mechanic.
there you go. So there's a little history on the guys. Well, Dennis, thanks for visiting with us, and thank you for being a sports sponsorship sponsor here on AM Colorado. And it's nice to hear from another local business owner, because that's what we focus on here. We're a locally owned radio station. We like to work with the folks that are contributing back to the communities, not the big chain groups where all the money goes to some corporate office in California or something.
You bet.
So, Dennis, again, we appreciate your time. The owner of Ozzie's Body Shop, online at ozziesbodyshop.com, or call 667-7849. Get to that website and print off some of those coupons for yourself. You can save $20 on your next brake service or the spark plugs. I've tried to do that myself, and when you come back with that mutilated hand that you put into your own engine compartment, they'll take $20 off that and save you some money, as well as get the job done without the mutilation part of it, at least to yourself. Thanks again, Dennis, for visiting with us.
Thanks for having me.
Bodyshop.com, or call 667-7849.